Got here with acretown.com. Going to show you our latest listing. We've got a 2.31 acre lakefront lot in Callaway County, Missouri. Callaway County is roughly 90 minutes west of St. Louis, just the county east of Columbia, Missouri, 2.5 hours if you're coming from Kansas City to get to this lot. Right now, we're going to start off with some drone footage that we've gotten taken of the lot. The drone is sitting right over the county road that fronts this property. And we're going to lift up and look towards the main lake. And this is looking east. I'm going to pause the video real quick here. This little shadowed area is the shadow from the sun between the gap in the trees that the lake comes down into. We'll see it from the other opposite angles and get a better idea of the actual frontage on the lake. But we're going to head east over here. This lake that you're directly on is roughly 6 or 7 acres. You can see this neighbor here built a little dock. You can have it for fishing or swimming, or if you've got canoes. A lot of people have canoes or stand-up paddle boards out here. You can build whatever you want here. You'll see as we get to Lake Lockawino, the big lake off here in the distance. So people have some other larger developments. There's roughly 10 or so lots on this lake, so very private. You can see another dock down here in the shot. And as we zoom out over, you see Lake Lockawino come more into view. This is the largest lake in the development at 50 acres. Pretty large lake, so lots of room for boating or other outdoor activities. As an owner in this development, you have access to Lake Lockawino and the 5 other lakes in the development. Lake Lockawino, like I said, is just over 50 acres. Bass Lake, which we'll see in another shot, is over 30 acres. So lots of area for recreation, lots of roads to drive your ATVs or four-wheelers down. And you can kind of see what's possible here. We've got a little pontoon boat deck down here. This guy really went to town, built a little covered pavilion down on the waterfront and a covered deck. You can see his boat hanging out here. So lots of options to build out what you want with this development and kind of create your own miniature playground out here. So we're zooming now, looking south, back around to the west. So the sun's going to kind of come into our eyes here a little bit. This is County Road 155 here. It's running along the west side of the property. And now we're going to have a little bit further zoom back so you can actually see County Road 155 in the shot. There we are here. So you can see it better in some of the satellite images that we have that actually show the lot boundaries. We've also got GPS coordinates for each of the corners. Excuse me. GPS coordinates for each of the corners on our website. So if you got a GPS device, you can plug that into Google Maps if you got service or some other Garmin type of product. And you can actually walk the lot line and see exactly where it's at. So let's keep zooming out here. County roads maintained very well, in good shape, and you can see here more of the road. The lot is over here to the right, all this wooded area, so very private. You can make your driveway in several different areas and lots of areas to build an actual home on the property. In this aerial shot, you see the telephone lines that run through the property. So it's partly cleared, but you can get an idea of the terrain and types of trees that are on the property from this shot. So plenty of areas to build a home on this lot, 2.31 acres. Now we're looking east. You can just see Bass Lake up here in the top left. I think it'll kind of pull around, give us a better view. I see what some of the other homes are out here. I got a little log cabin style home here, probably 1,000, 1,200 square feet with a few outbuildings. This guy over here has a smaller just cabin. Those are allowed as well. You just need to be a minimum of minimum of 375 square feet. That's the only building restriction out here in this development. And as you can see, this is taken in, this drone shots were taken in winter time, so there's no leaves on the trees. And despite that, still very private. If you were down here in these homes, you wouldn't be able to see much of your neighbors at all, even in the dead of winter. Bass Lake up here, 30 acres. There is a boat launch right here off this road. So lots of lakes to explore, really to your heart's content. This gentleman kind of built out a deck overlooking the lake. So lots of option there with whatever you decide to build. Now we're coming back from the opposite direction, looking over the lake, so you get a better idea of the size of the lake. You can see here a dock this neighbor's built, so you can build something similar, another dock here. And we got some canoes, some other stuff, some paddle boards. Looks like it's hanging out there. And as we get closer, I'll kind of pause here. So now you can see most of the lake frontage right here. The property line, if you look from the satellite images, is roughly right around here. It's past this dock and goes pretty much from here straight up to County Road 155, which is up on this part of the lot. So you could build a house right here, clear out some of these trees, kind of look eastward over the rest of the lake. Be very nice. You've got around half of this cove, probably around to here, that is your lake frontage. And the lot line goes kind of straight up back here and then kicks left again up towards County Road 155. We'll look at the aerial images in a minute. Let's keep going here. We're going to kick left. So you can see the lot does slope down from the road to the lakefront, but very large, 2.31 acres. Lots of room for whatever you want to do with this parcel and really have a nice weekend rural retreat or even a permanent home site. That's what you decide to do. Really runs the gamut. Some people keep these lots as just weekend recreational properties. And bring out their camper or their RV or just have a nice campsite where they pop up a tent. Other people build tiny homes or put a mobile or even build a larger permanent residence or A-frame type log cabin. This shot's looking west. We're going to come in at a little bit higher angle. Here's that dock. You can see this cove is really all of your frontage. And this area approximately that I'm covering with my mouse is the location of the 2.31 acres. It's better to see on some of the overhead aerial images. You can really see the property lines, and we've got them all outlined. But you can see plenty of areas to build, just like the neighbors have, either closer to the street or closer to the lake. Personally, I'd probably be a little bit closer to the lake, have a little bit more privacy from County Road 155, and also really taking advantage of the views that you have and your direct lake access. Here's a shot of Lake Lockawino. We're going to zoom out over the main lake here. This is 50 acres. Really pretty lake. Really caught it on a nice still day. It's just mirror-like. Couldn't be any prettier of a winter day here. So you can see some of these neighbors here on this lake. They've really cleared out a lot of the undergrowth and the brush and just left the larger trees really create like more of a park-like setting on their actual frontage. So many options to do that with your lot as well. Now we're looking kind of south. We're going to zoom back around to the view we're just looking at. Pause here for a second. This is the main boat launch for Lake Lockawino. And as we pull left here, you can see again some of these other neighbors really did a good job clearing out some of their lots and really taking advantage of the lake views. So lots of possibilities to do this on this lot as well. Now let's take a look at our website here. It's got a lot more information. So if you go to acretown.com/property, you'll find this listing. Let's take a look at some of these pictures. This is one of the common area lakes that I mentioned. There's a little fishing dock off of it. Here's a shot on County Road 155 looking north. The property is over here on the right side. Here's an aerial shot looking north from the property's southern edge. And pictures of trees, not too much to see here, but you can get an idea of what the cover looks like. Here's an aerial image. Looks like you got more evergreens on County Road 155 and some more deciduous trees in the back of the lot. So you really get a lot of privacy from the road, which is great. And then once you get back into the lot where you built a house, you'd have a little bit more opening to really make you feel like you've got a lot of space back there. Here's some of the utilities that are running through the area. Telephone lines, power, water is all close by. You will have to build a septic. If you're coming from the north on County Road 155, you're going to pass Sioux Trail. You'll see the signs here in the little castle-like guard tower for Kingdom of Callaway Estates. You're going to pass this and keep going, and the lot's just on the left. Here's some of those aerial images that really show the actual lot lines. So here's what I was saying. That little dock is right here on this point. You're just past that, and all the way around this side of the cove is your lot line. So good amount of lake frontage. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Only 12 other lots adjoin this lake. And as you can see, most of them aren't built out. Just this 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5. So half the lots are still vacant, and this development's been around since the 70s. So good chance a lot of them will stay that way. So very nice and private. And I'm sure several of these parcels are owned actually by the neighbors, so won't ever be developed. Let's keep going through some of these. You can see a more zoomed in image of the lot. If you type in the the GPS coordinates into Google Earth, you can kind of see a terrain view, get a little better idea of the slope, and figure out exactly what's going on. Here's general location of the lot here. We're just east of Fulton, 12 miles, Columbia, Jeff City down here, capital of Missouri. This is an actual lakefront shot taken from one of the other commonly accessible lots, but this is a similarly sized lake. And so you can see exactly what this lot is going to look like here in the summertime when all the vegetation's grown up. You can see there's a house back here, but much more private, obviously, in the summer when everything's lush and green and super pretty. So you're going to have very similar views to exactly this. On your lot, very similar sized lake. Some other trails that go through the development. So just a shot of Lake Lackawanna. This shot is another lake as well that is common access. You can see this road that runs back here. This is commonly accessible, so you have access to this lake as an owner in this development. This gentleman cleared out his lot and removed a lot of the undergrowth and brush. So you can have a very similar view in the fall with the leaves falling, very pretty colors, and it really opens up the space and takes advantage of the view. So this is very easily doable on this lot as well, and create a very picturesque park-like setting. This overview is of the entire development. This lot right here, the 2.31 acres, right up here in this corner, just below this word lake. This is the lake that you have frontage on. Bass Lake, 30 acres, Lake Lackawanna here. There's County Road 155 running around. This road that winds down here through the majority of the development, all the way over here to State Road D. It's called Deer Run Road. So if you're on that, it'll take you through most of the development. The roads kind of curve up and around here and go up across Bass Lake. So check it out. You can see a lot more here, obviously, when it's the middle of winter and the leaves are down, but it's actually very private. Most everybody has kept their lots timbered, and you really do feel like you've got a lot of privacy out here, which is fantastic. There's a boat launch here on both these lakes, lake access. Here's that one lake that has the fishing dock built. Go ahead and research us on price. If you go onto landwatch.com, got it pulled up here as well. And you look for anything under here. We got Callaway County, Missouri land for sale. If you look at 2 acres minimum, and let's sort this low to high. Oh, didn't take our 2 acre minimum here. Hold on one second. Custom size, 2 acres. Callaway County, Missouri. There we go. Okay. 2 acres minimum, go. Price, low to high. All right, there we go. So check us out on price. If you go on any of the major land websites, landwatch.com, Land and Farm, I'll pull that up in a minute, realtor.com, you're going to see that we've priced these things to sell. We are investors. We pride ourselves in providing wholesale price land and quality pieces of land. See here, there's a 3.5 acre parcel, no lake access, no lake frontage, and not in a nice wooded development. It's all cleared out for $20,000. So we've got a nicer parcel for $11,900. There's 2.76 acres for $25,000, 2.5 acres for $25,000. Again, this is all sorted low to high, so they go up from here. 3.8 acres for $35,000. Again, we've really priced this thing at an attractive price to move. Let's go over here to landandfarm.com. And you can see 2 acres here. Let's sort by price lowest, see what's out there. Okay, here's our 2 parcels. Again, next lowest price is at $25,000. So we're less than half of the next cheapest property out here in the county, and we have lakefront access. This is really a great deal. We price things to move because we are investors, and that is our business model. So even if this property doesn't suit your purposes, make sure to sign up on our list. We get tons of properties all the time, and they're always priced at a very attractive price relative to everything out there. So let's keep looking through here. Aerial image from Google Maps. You can see some of the other homes that are built out here. Some people even have some smaller ponds on their property. Here's the plat map of Kingdom of Callaway Estates. See Lake Winfield up here in this corner, Lake Lackawanna. Here's lot 75 right here. This is a topographic image, gives you a rough idea of the slope, what's going on there. Here's some of the local attractions in Callaway County. You've got the National Churchill Museum. Winston Churchill actually gave his infamous Iron Curtain speech in Callaway County. So they ended up giving him a museum, and there's actually a piece of the Berlin Wall here, which they sent over after the wall came down. Pretty cool. And it looks like ratings are pretty good. I haven't been there myself, but we've got almost 5 stars here. Almost 5 stars for the Auto World Museum. We've got the Mark Twain National Forest, Little Dixie Lake, and Katy Trail close by as well. So lots of outdoor things to do. And we're also pretty close to town here. 11.7 miles from Fulton. Lots of shopping to do. Hardware stores. I believe there's a Walmart in Fulton. Restaurants. We're only 47 minutes from Jefferson City, the Missouri state capital. Hour and a half from downtown St. Louis, so probably closer to an hour from Chesterfield or St. Charles. Really easy drive and easy getaway for a recreational property on the weekends if you're coming from St. Louis. And we've got a 49-minute drive from Columbia, so University of Missouri is here. There's lots to do, lots of restaurants, very populous town here. Super close to all the major metropolitan areas. Only 2.5 hours from downtown Kansas City, closer to 2 hours from the outskirts suburbs of Kansas City. So super easy drive for you to take off on a Friday evening, just to get off at work and head on out there, and you'll be at your property in under 2 hours. not too bad. To be able to pick up 2.31 lakefront acres, just a few hours from town. You keep scrolling here. We got a lot more information listed on our site. You got our legal description. Property was listed a lot higher, closer to retail value, $25,000. Like you said, we slashed our prices to 11.9. The price seems to move. It's a 3.06 acre lot, so just over 3 acres. Here's the assessor's parcel number. You can plug this into Callaway County's information system to look up the lot on the government websites. Utilities are close by. Here are the GPS coordinates of the lots. If you have a Garmin device, you can plug these in and actually walk each corner. There's also some mapping apps that we can point you to as well. How do you go look at this property? Well, you can go take a look at it at any time. You do not need an appointment. I do recommend you guys give us a call just so there's no confusion as to how to get out to the property. It's relatively easy to find, being right off the county road. The best thing to do is to enter the GPS coordinates into Google Maps. And we've done that for you here. So if you click this link, it'll take you right to the center point of the lot. Switch over to satellite image. So if you plug in here, just click directions, choose where you're starting from, type in your address, 123 Main Street. It'll give you turn-by-turn directions. This is a rural property, so cell service can go in and out. Do recommend you download the driving directions to your phone or print them out, just so it gives you turn-by-turn directions. Right here is that guard tower on Sioux Trail I was telling you about, and you're going to go past this one property, and then it's right on the left side of County Road 155 if you're coming from the north. So that's how you find us. And let's go back to our website here. Once more. Okay, there we go. So click these Google Map links, or like I said, just copy paste it into Garmin. Feel free to give us a call, 760-607-3300. Here's some information on the HOA. There is an association in this development that makes sure the roads are maintained. Everybody's keeping their properties clean and free of trash. That is kind of the major benefit of having an association, is you've got a little bit more upkeep on the properties, hold up property values, and the dues are only $100 per year, so relatively cheap to have maintained roads and properties throughout the development. Taxes are very cheap on this property. We're $43.48 for 2018. And like I said, it's really close to all the major metropolitan areas in St. Louis. You have easy access to grocery stores, hardware stores, restaurants, hospital shops. And the big kicker on this development is that you have access to all 5 lakes. You buy one lot for $12,000 and you get access to 5 lakes here. RVs are allowed, trailers, mobile homes, campers, okay. We actually just sold a lot a couple months back to a woman who's got her own tiny home on the property. So if you're part of the tiny home movement, you are approved for this area. Only restriction is that permanent structures have to be larger than 375 square feet. So that is the only building restriction out here. And that's pretty much it. This is a fantastic lot. We actually here's some images, not images, videos of the local attractions, tour of Fulton. Here's that little piece of the Berlin Wall I was telling you about. But this is a really gorgeous lot. It's a great development, whether you want a permanent home site or just a weekend spot to pull up your RV and be able to enjoy the outdoors. 2.31 acres for $12,000, and you're right on the lake. Doesn't get much better than this. Thank you so much for watching. This is Bob with acretown.com signing off. Give us a call if you want to check this one out.